Club Brugge have lost three key defenders this week, but that's exactly when Arsenal bottled it. 47 years watching the Gunners has taught me one thing: never, ever trust an easy fixture. Here's why.
Hello and welcome everyone to our Champions League preview show. Tonight we look ahead to the big clash between Club Brugge and Arsenal, a key final match of the group stage. I'm Des the Enforcer, and with me as always we have Statman Rich.
Hi everyone. This is a crucial game. Arsenal head into this fixture on top of the group, while Bruges will want to salvage pride at home in front of their fans.
Let's set the scene. The match is scheduled for the 10th of December 2025 at Jan Bray del Stadion, Bruges.
Arsenal are unbeaten in this season's group stage. They've collected maximum points so far. Meanwhile, Bruges have struggled. A 3-0 defeat at Sporting, and they're without a win in their last 4 Champions League games. Drawn 1, lost 3.
For Bruges, a home record like theirs matters. They only lost 2 of their last 19 European home matches. Won 12, drawn 5, so don't expect them to lie down. They'll give us a fight.
Looking at recent form in all competitions, Club Brugge's last 5 games, they lost 0-1 at home to Antwerp, lost 0-3 away at Sporting, but also had a 1-0 win over Charleroi, a 0-1 loss at Anderlecht, and a 3-3 draw at home with Barcelona. That indicates inconsistency.
Arsenal, meanwhile, have had a mixed patch recently. A 2-1 loss away to Aston Villa, but before that, a 2-0 win versus Brentford, a 1-1 draw at Chelsea, and a convincing 3-1 win at Bayern. So while the group stage is going well, their domestic form has had slight wobbles, which might affect squad morale. Squad availability will be key for Bruges. According to preliminary lineup info, they're missing several players, including Ludwig Reis, Rad Abner Romario, Nordin Jackers, plus a few others.
Club Brugge have lost 3 key defenders this week, but that is exactly when the Gunners bottle it. 47 years watching the Gunners have taught me never ever to trust an easy fixture. And here's why. You check the calendar, smaller side, bottom half their squad injured, and you think, finally, a calm weekend for once. Then the game starts, and Bruges immediately decide to make it look like we're playing Real Madrid in disguise. 80% possession, 15 shots, pinning them in their own box. Yet somehow it's still 0-0 at half time. Or even worse, they score with their first counter attack and first shot on target. Arsenal fans know that feeling all too well.
For Arsenal, they have injury headaches. Reports list Christian Mascherano, William Saliba, and Gabriel Magalhaes and Kai Havertz among unavailable players, plus potential others depending on fitness tests.
That means Arsenal's defensive solidity could be tested, and depth will matter more than ever. One thing about Club Brugge, give them a game with pressure, top of the table clash, European night, loud chambradal crowd, and they show up like warriors. On the other hand, Arsenal love controlling games. It's in the DNA of how they play. Dominate the ball, dictate the tempo, smother the opposition. But sometimes that need for control becomes, well, too controlled. Instead of finishing teams early, we get long spells of possession, endless patient build-up, and everyone searching for the perfect goal instead of the simple one. And while Arsenal are busy painting a football masterpiece, the opponent grows in confidence. Suddenly they're blocking everything like their prime Atletico Madrid. And we know one thing about Bruges. Given the game with pressure, top of the table clash, European night, that loud, jam-bradled crowd, and they show up like warriors. But send Arsenal to a supposedly easy away match on a cold Sunday afternoon, and suddenly the passes get slower, the shots get softer, and the decision making becomes mysterious. Let's call it. It's like the players think, easy opponent, right? Let's turn this into a tactical puzzle just for fun. What fans forget is playing Arsenal is a cup final for most teams in England and Europe. The keeper who concedes 3 every week against Arsenal, he becomes a superhero. The striker who hasn't scored since last season suddenly turns into a golden boot candidate for one night only. You can almost see it on the pitch. Teams on that extra 10% tackle that extra bit harder and defend their box like their lives depend on it. But let's be honest, this chaos is part of following Arsenal. We don't do routine wins. We do emotional roller coasters, late goals, comeback energy, and heart rate spikes. And when Arsenal finally break the deadlock in the 85th minute, that relief hits different.
Let's look who could make a difference.
For Bruges, keep an eye on Carlos Forbes. He's been among their top scorers this season. Also, forward Nicolo Trezeguet has scored in Bruges' last few home European matches. That experience could be vital.
And for Arsenal, watch Gabriel Martinelli up front. He's been in good form in Europe this season, adding to Arsenal's attacking threat. Also defensively, with their usual centre-backs out, youngsters or backup defenders might get a chance. Could be a test of their resilience.
Midfield could be interesting as well. If Arsenal are missing key midfielders, the engine room may be less stable. That could give Bruges some momentum if they press early and win the midfield battle.
From a tactical standpoint, what do you expect?
I think Bruges will try to stay compact defensively and use quick transitions with limited offensive firepower and absences. They'll rely on counter-attacks. Forbes or Trezeguet will likely try to exploit space behind Arsenal's defence. Arsenal, on the other hand, should control possession, rely on width and speed in attacks, and exploit any defensive lapses from Bruges. Given the injuries, Arsenal might rotate, but their squad depth gives them flexibility.
A key battle could be in midfield if Bruges can disrupt Arsenal's rhythm, especially with midfield absences. They might force turnovers and gun for counters. On the flip side, Arsenal might try to stretch the play and use flanks to bypass midfield congestion.
Realistically, given form, squad depth and resources, Arsenal go into this game as favourites. Their defensive record in Europe this season has been strong. Clean sheets, controlled games. That said, Bruges at home, desperate for respect, could make it competitive. If they get an early goal or force a physical contest, they could pull off a surprise.
So, possible outcomes: a pragmatic Arsenal win or a tight, nervy game. That ends in a draw. If Bruges manages to absorb pressure and hit on the brakes. Let's not forget external factors: atmosphere, crowd, weather, travel. Bruges at home often means a vibrant, pressing crowd that could lift them.
Agreed. Also, fatigue and fixture congestion might play a role, especially for Arsenal. With Premier League and European commitments, rotation might be necessary, which may open up opportunities for Bruges.
Final, Arsenal should win this if they play to their strengths, but don't underestimate Bruges. Home resilience, expect intensity, possible surprises, and a test of Arsenal's depth.
If I were betting, I think Arsenal win, but I wouldn't be shocked by a draw, especially if Bruges keep it tight early on. Scoreline prediction, 2-0 or 2-1 to Arsenal, or maybe 1-1 if Bruges hit a counter.
So we want to hear from you. What do you think will happen? Who's your man to watch? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and stay tuned for our post-match analysis. Thanks for watching our preview of Club Brugge versus Arsenal. When the match is done, we'll be back with live reactions, stats, and post-match breakdown. Until then, enjoy the game, stay safe, and see you soon.
Bye everyone. See you after the match.